Guys, it's me, Lil Ninja, back with another video, and today we're doing What If Sonic and Shadow Were in Dragon Ball Part 1. And yes, this is a remake of one of the videos I did a while back. And I would like to basically redo this, because one, I need to restart some of the series that I did, because, well, I couldn't really keep track of all the things that I've said. No, I'm still just gonna be thinking of off the dome, but I'm still gonna be able to make interesting stories without a script. And I've already recorded this like 3 times, so I guess it's tedious to do this. But anyways, let's go into this amazingly crafted what if.
This shit high, boy.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a 2-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stun. Oh, living lively. Everybody tryna ride my wave, they can ride me. Pull up in a foreign to the curb, looking icy. I ain't never stressed about a fit, I'm on hype it.
We start off with a great battle between Sonic and Shadow, as they are duking it out for training and basically getting stronger by the minute so that they can stop Eggman without a problem, as both of these rivals are ready for anything. Well, mainly they think they're ready for anything, as they're not really that ready, because of the black hole that I'm sending into this universe. Naruto and Shadow would be ripped out of their universe into a new universe called Dragon Ball. Now, I'm trying to think which Dragon Ball saga would I want them to be in, and I'm thinking maybe let's start with like the Saiyan saga with Raditz, coming to Earth. Maybe we can start off with that, because that is what I started off with when I made this series back like a year ago. Anyways, yep, they're taken to Dragon Ball Z inside of the Saiyan saga. Not as Sonic and Shadow would be confused as to where they are, and they couldn't really sense their friends, as they would be running frantically around and trying to figure out where exactly they are, which would cause some trouble, cause some tremors, and basically alert the Z fighters. With this, Goku would be the first to arrive, as he was the closest one to Sonic and Shadow, and he would be holding a baby. We all know this as Gohan. So yeah, Gohan is right there. I don't know why I'm saying that. Sonic and Shadow would be on offense be on a offensive stance, as they both really don't know this guy and don't know where they are at all. So they aren't really trusting anyone right now, until Goku would talk them down, stating that he's a friendly guy and he just likes fighting a lot and eating. He was here because there were some tremors that was happening. Sonic would sheepishly rub the back of his head, stating that it was his fault from the tremors. He was running way too fast for a hedgehog. Goku would laugh and state that he could take them back to Roshi's island, so that way they could figure all of this out, as that is exactly what would happen. Goku would take Sonic and Shadow right back to Roshi's house, as Sonic and Shadow had really nothing else to do. Sonic and Shadow explain how they were taken from their world into this new one, and they don't know whether it was like a portal that put them on a new planet, or a portal, or something that would have taken them from their entire world. So they're pretty confused about this whole thing at this point. But of course, we all know that they are not inside of their universe anymore. They are somewhere completely different. A different Earth, a different everything. Goku would state that they were on Earth. Sonic would think, well, they've been on Earth before, but he doesn't really think this is the same Earth. It might be a different Earth, maybe a planet that's also called Earth, maybe Earth 2 or something. Goku would shake his head and say, no, it's just Earth. I want to talk about the power scaling at this point. I believe that I just looked it up, and Goku's power level at this point would be 334, and that is kind of low. Sonic and Shadow right now are at 400. They're way more powerful than they need to be at the start of the Saiyan saga. Well, not really yet, as Raditz is basically just about to appear up here. That's exactly what Raditz would do. He would appear, causing a sonic boom to arrive on Roshi's planet. Why did I say planet? Roshi's island. And that boom would have gotten everyone startled, as Bulma, would be doing Bulma things, as Goku and the rest of the Z Fighters would look and try to figure out who has arrived. As Raditz, would say everything according to what Raditz say, and would of course take Gohan. Goku would decide that it's time for some training. No, never mind. Sonic would think that they should train to get on Raditz's level and basically just gang up on Raditz. Shadow would think that they already have strength in numbers. They could easily take down Raditz with just the 4 of them. So that's exactly what they would decide to do. As Sonic, Goku, Sonic, Goku, Piccolo, and Shadow would go out and set to fight Raditz, as they would think that they would be strong enough to defeat Raditz if they all just jumped him. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to jump him. Sonic, Shadow would lead the attack, as they're the strongest ones in the Z Fighters for right now, and they would start speed blitzing Raditz, mainly because they are a lot faster than him. The only reason why their power level is so low is because the only thing they got going for them is their speed instead of their strength, their smarts, their wits, their defense. That's why their power level is only 400. If all those other things were higher, then yeah, they would be stronger. Anyway, what the heck? Anyway, Sonic and Shadow would start speed blitzing Raditz, as Goku and Piccolo would charge up their attacks, so that way they could easily take down Raditz with 2 big beam attacks. And that's exactly what they did. They did that, but of course before this, Raditz would explain the 2 Saiyans that would have been coming after. The 2 Saiyans that would be coming to Earth after his death. And so that's a big problem for them, as these Saiyans are way stronger than them, and that's a problem. Sonic would state that they would need to actually train this time, because jumping them is not always going to work. So yeah, they need to train this time. With this training, most of the power levels are the same, except for Piccolo, Goku, Gohan, and that's about it. Because this is a what if. Sonic and Shadow never been inside of Dragon Ball Z. Okay, so with this, Goku is basically over 9,000. Goku is going to be he was already over 9,000. I'm saying with this new training with Sonic and Shadow pushing Goku and Piccolo to the edge, they are both well above 9,000. I'm saying like 17,000 with their training, with Sonic and Shadow being 20,000 in their power levels now, being a lot faster and stronger than they were in canon. we're not talking about Archie Sonic. We're not talking about Archie Sonic. Archie Sonic is too OP. Way too OP. It's crazy how OP Archie Sonic is. With this, Gohan's power level is about like 9,000. So yeah, they completely wash. They completely wash them, and that's not even saying anything, as like they were just washed by a low-level Saiyan, a Namekian, a Saiyan human hybrid, and 2 Hedgehogs. They were completely washed. It's not even funny. Although Goku fighting Vegeta would still be a little bit hard for him, as I believe Vegeta's full power back then was like 18,000, and I said that Goku's power level was 17,000, so it would still be hard for Goku to beat him, but like, we have jumping, so Vegeta gets jumped. just like Raditz did. Crazy. Now, with that, we skip ahead a few years, as well, Vegeta said something about Namekians and the planet Namekian. So Piccolo wants to go visit his planet, and he knows more about this from Kami. And Kami told him a lot more about this Namekian planet. So yeah, they're planning to go to planet Namek. This though, Goku wants to get a lot stronger, so does Shadow and Sonic, as since they already fought Vegeta, there still could be way stronger people than Vegeta out there, and they know this, so they want to get as strong as they possibly can. And really, right now, I'm trying to figure out what level would they actually need to be for this next saga. I believe it's like the Frieza saga. I forgot what saga this is, but I know it's like around the Frieza saga, or it is the Frieza saga. Either way, it's somewhere around there. So I just went to see what their canon power levels were inside the Frieza saga. They're like, Goku's was like 90,000 basically. So what we're going with here is that they've trained a lot more than what is in canon, as Sonic, Shadow, and Goku. Them training all together pushes them even further than before. So I'm saying all of them get to 120,250. With that power level, they're very strong, and they don't really need a boost yet. I say yet because we still got Frieza to go. With this, Goku, they're all looking for the Dragon Balls. I don't completely remember this saga, but I do know that they were ambushed by Frieza soldiers. That wouldn't really be a problem, as any of the Z fighters could completely wash them. Then there was the I forgot their names. I forgot the name that they have for them, but you guys know what I'm talking about after the Frieza soldiers. But I believe that they could handle those guys too, like easily enough to where they could beat them down. Other than that, we just have Frieza and Vegeta. But Vegeta isn't really a problem, as he didn't really change that much from the Saiyan saga. I mean, he learned more, but he didn't change all the way yet. So with this, I believe that all they have to really worry about is Frieza and getting the Dragon Balls. with this, it's gonna be about the same. Goku fights Frieza. He's not strong enough to deal with Frieza final form. Krillin ends up dying, and this triggers something inside of I keep accidentally saying Naruto, inside of Goku, allowing him to access Super Saiyan. But I also think that this would trigger something inside of Shadow and Sonic. Yes, I'm giving them the Chaos Emeralds again. I don't completely know how this is going to work, but I'm giving them the Chaos Emeralds. Well, giving them the ability to basically draw on the power of the Chaos Emeralds. I'm gonna need to explain this in a way that doesn't confuse me as well. Okay, so I'm changing something. The Chaos Emeralds were taken into this world as well as like all the variations of the Chaos Emeralds. So basically, we have many forms of the Chaos Emeralds, and each form of the Chaos Emeralds has 3 forms. Each Chaos Emerald state has 3 forms. So that's what I'm doing here, which is Super Form, Super Form 2, Super Form 3, basically like Super Saiyan, but with Chaos Emeralds. So they basically draw on the power of the regular Chaos Emeralds enough that the Chaos Emeralds would appear around both Sonic and Shadow, giving them the power of Super. Now, this has never happened inside of a Sonic game or Sonic show before. I don't think this has happened where they could actually just summon the Chaos Emeralds instead of having to find them. Maybe this happens inside the Archie comics, but really I don't read the Archie comics because, well, I don't know why I don't read the Archie comics, but still, Sonic at this level is very, very much like all of them are getting very higher level. I believe it was a 50 times multiplier. Yeah, it was like a 50 times multiplier. Super Saiyan was like a 50 times. It was like 50 times or 30 times multiplier. So with this, they were able to take down Frieza. But of course, the planet still blows up and all that happens, of course. So they get back on Earth. And I believe after the Frieza saga, it's the Cell saga. The Cell saga, I would want to do the Cell saga in a different way, because I completely remember the Cell saga. I really do completely remember the Cell saga. So with the Cell saga, we're kind of just flashing through these real quick. I mean, I'm gonna have to end the video in like 2 minutes, but still. With the Cell saga, we can start off the Cell saga. With this Cell saga, we see that Frieza is back, as he wasn't dead. He was just very badly injured and basically was a cyborg now. But Goku, Sonic, and Shadow weren't really on Earth, so they couldn't really do anything as they weren't on Earth. So we meet Trunks, and Trunks completely washes Frieza and his father. I believe Frieza's father was King Cold. I believe that's what his name was, King Cold. Correct me on this if I'm wrong, but still, I think his name was King Cold. Anyway, yeah, that basically goes to canon. Not to mention, Goku, Sonic, and Shadow does eventually arrive on Earth with Trunks all talking about the heart virus, not really knowing who Shadow and Sonic are, as he's never seen them in his future. Of course, this is still a Trunks from a different future to where this universe is, as I don't really see it going any other way, especially with all this timeline business and not really anything else happening. Of course, Trunks still warns him about the heart virus. Trunks still completely tells him about his father being Vegeta and his mother being Bulma. And of course, all the Z fighters are getting ready to fight to 2 androids, and yeah, that's basically what happens. But of course, this is where we're going to leave it off, as I have like 2 more videos to make today, and I really don't want to. So without further ado, Little Ninja out.
Ayo Paris, this shit high, boy.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a 2-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stun. Oh, living lively. Everybody tryna ride my wave, they can ride me. Pull up in a foreign to the curb looking icy. I ain't never stressed about a fit, I'm on hype it.